press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome to lecture number 7 of chemical bonding. In the last class we had gone through the concepts of Lewis and Cosell's structure of a covalent compounds, followed by we learned the calculation of a formal charge, followed by we had gone through the concepts of bond parameters, in which bond length, bond strength or bond dissociation energy, followed by bond angle. In this class we had gone through a new concept, that is valence bond theory. Valence bond theory. Valence bond theory, in short we can call it as VBT. Okay, this is also a theory of a covalent bonding. As like Cosell's and Lewis concept of covalent bonding, in order to satisfy the limitations of Cosell's and Lewis concept of a covalent bonding, one more theory has introduced, and this theory is called valence bond theory. This theory was introduced by a scientist called Hitler and London in the year 1927, but later it was developed by a scientist called Pauling and Slater. Okay, then what is the necessity of this theory? For what reason this theory get arised? Valence bond theory, it is arised to satisfy the limitations of Cosell and Lewis concept. Then what are the limitations of that concept? Cosell's and Lewis concept has also limitations now. What are those limitations? In the last class I had already discussed with the limitations of that concept. Again I repeat those. The limitation of Cosell and Lewis concepts are, in that concepts they will not explain about the shape of the molecules. Okay, in that structure we are going to learn about writing the structures of the molecule, but they do not explain the exact shape of a polyatomic molecules. Okay, polyatomic molecules exact shape ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ Cosell and Lewis structure ಅಲ್ಲಿ explain ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. They does not explains about they doesn't explains about the shape, explains about the shape of polyatomic molecules. This is the first limitation, followed by it doesn't give an account for the formation of a covalent bond. That means how the covalent bond is going to be formed. What is the strength of a covalent bond, which is not explained by this concept. Means this concept which doesn't explains the formation of a covalent bond, ಯಾವ ತರ formation ಆಗ್ತದೆ, what is the nature of a covalent bond. Okay, that is not explained by Lewis and Cosell's concept. And the third one, if we consider the formation of hydrogen molecule followed by formation of a fluorine molecule. Okay, here both the atoms are monoatomic, both the molecules in which both the atoms are having smaller size, in which both the molecules are bounded by single covalent bond. Even though all these similarities, if we consider the length, that means bond length and bond strength between these two molecules, bond length between this hydrogen molecule is 74 picometer and the bond strength is of the order of 435.5 kilojoule per mole. It is of the order of 435.5 kilojoule per mole, but the bond length of fluorine molecule is of the order of 144 picometer, that is, it is of the order of 144 picometer. At the same time, its bond energy Be or bond strength, okay, it is given by 155 kilojoule per mole. Okay, here the doubt rises that even though both the molecules are bounded by single covalent bond, even though the bounded atoms are having nearly same size, both are smaller in size and both are formed by single covalent bond, even though those similarities also, there will be a greater difference with their bond length and bond strength between these two molecules, and which cannot be explained under the Lewis-Courcelles concepts. Okay, these are the three limitations that which cannot be explained under Courcelles-Lewis concept. Limitations of Courcelles and Lewis concept. Lewis concept. Okay, in order to satisfy these limitations, one more concept is introduced, that is valence bond theory. This theory was developed by this scientist Hitler and London in the year 1927, but this theory was developed by these two scientists, that is called Paulings and Slater-Scholes. Okay, then what is the basis of this valence bond theory? On which basis we can explain, or we are going to explain this concept of VBT? Okay, the main concept or main basis to explain the concept of VBT is atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals. We can explain the concept of VBT based upon the atomic orbital concept. Okay, followed by overlapping of atomic orbitals. Overlapping of atomic orbitals. Overlapping of atomic orbitals. Okay, which doesn't explains the formation of a covalent bond, that is the limitation of a Courcelles-Lewis structure, but here they clearly explains that the covalent bond is formed by the overlapping of atomic orbitals. Okay, the concept of VBT can be clearly explained purely on the basis of this overlapping of atomic orbitals. Okay, the atomic orbitals concept mele overlapping after the atomic orbitals, so thereby the formation of a covalent bond takes place. After that, bond length, bond strength and all those bond parameters which are explained mainly on the basis of this overlapping of atomic orbitals. Okay, then what is the basis to explain this VBT means overlapping of atomic orbitals is the major basis for to explain the VBT. Okay, as like other theories, this theory has also some of the postulates. Okay, postulates of VBT. Postulates of valence bond theory. Okay, the first postulate is a covalent bond is formed. A covalent bond is formed between the half-filled atomic orbitals having opposite spins. This is the most important point which explains that if we want to make a covalent bond according to this concept, according to the concept of VBT, if we want to make a covalent bond means that covalent bond is formed in between the half-filled atomic orbitals, in which the electrons present in that atomic orbitals should possess opposite spins. For example, if you take this orbital, as we all know that each atomic orbital, into each atomic orbital we used to fill 2 electrons. Maximum capacity of each atomic orbital is 2. If this atomic orbital is having 1 electron and another atomic orbital it is having 1 electron, if, according to the first postulate, a covalent bond is formed between half-filled atomic orbitals having opposite spin. That means if we want to make a covalent bond, then we must have or we must need atomic orbital that is unpaired electrons, atomic orbitals with unpaired electrons. Then first atomic orbital half filled irbeku, followed by this atomic orbitals which possess opposite spins. The overlapping of atomic orbitals, this is one atomic orbital, this is another atomic orbital. If we want to make a bond between them, means both the atomic orbitals should possess opposite spins, opposite spin ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೆರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರೆ there is no overlapping takes place. If the half filled atomic orbitals of both the atoms have same spin, means then there is no formation of a covalent bond. You just keep this in mind. If both the atomic orbitals having unpaired electrons have opposite spin, if it have plus a half spin, it should have minus half. ಇದು ಮೈನಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು. Then only there is a possibility of a formation of a covalent bond. Okay, this is the first postulate. Second one, which is the second postulate? When a covalent bond is formed, when a covalent bond is formed, energy of the molecules decreases, energy of the molecule decreases and molecule becomes more stable. What does it explains? It explains that when a covalent bond is formed, how the covalent bond is formed? By the overlapping of half filled atomic orbitals having opposite spins. ಎರಡು ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅನ್ಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿರೋ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಹೊಂದಿರೋದು ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ವೆನ್ ದ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್? ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ amount of energy has released. With the release of energy, the amount of energy or the energy of that bond has reduced. With the reducing its energy, the stability of the molecule will be increases. When the covalent bond is formed, energy of the molecule decreases, followed by the molecules should get the stability. Covalent bond formation ಆದಮೇಲೆ amount of energy release ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟುಲೇಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್? ಇಫ್ ದ ಕಂಬೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಫ್ ಈ ಥರ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ, ಎರಡು ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ನಡುವೆ ನಾವು ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬಟ್ already those atomic orbitals are filled with their capacity. Each atomic orbitals can fill up to 2 electrons because the capacity of each atomic orbital is 2 electrons. Here these 2 atomic orbitals are already filled with their capacity. ಎರಡು ಈ atomic orbital ಅಲ್ಲೂ 2 electrons ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ 2 electrons ಇದೆ. Then what happens? Is these atomic orbitals involved in a bond formation? No. Here, in order to form a covalent bond or in order to form a overlapping between the atomic orbitals, we must possess these two conditions. That must be half filled. That atomic orbital must be half filled and that must contains opposite spins. these two conditions that we must satisfy in order to form a overlapping between the covalent bonds. Overlapping between the atoms ಅನ್ನು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ these two conditions are very much required. Okay, here if both the atomic orbitals are completely filled, then is there any possibility of a formation of a covalent bond between these two atomic orbitals? No. In such cases, there is no formation of a covalent bond and there is no formation of a overlap takes place when or directly you can write completely filled atomic orbitals, completely filled atomic orbitals which do not take part in overlapping, to take part in a bond formation, take part in a bond formation. This is the third postulate which explains that if the atomic orbitals are completely filled, then there is no possibility of formation of bonds. Okay, if we want to make a bond, means both the atomic orbitals should possess single electrons, that means unpaired electrons, and those unpaired electrons must possess opposite spins. These are the conditions that we must satisfy to form a covalent bond. Okay, then next point, what is the fourth postulate? The fourth postulate explains about the extent of overlapping. The fourth postulate explains about the extent of overlapping, ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ದ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್, ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಂಡ್, ಈ ಎರಡೂ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ನಡುವಿನ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ? ವಿಚ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. If the extent of overlapping is more, if the bond formed between these two atoms are more stronger, means the extent of overlapping between them is stronger. Okay, greater the extent of overlapping, greater the extent of overlapping, greater the extent of overlapping, stronger will be the covalent bond formed. Stronger will be the covalent bond formed. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಎರಡು ಥರ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. First one, it is axial overlapping. Axial overlapping, or else it is also called as a head-on overlapping. Head-on head overlapping, head-on head overlapping ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ axial overlapping ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Or else it is also called as internuclear axis overlapping ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. along the molecular axis overlaps ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. axial overlapping, head-on collisions ಅಥವಾ molecular axis overlapping ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, which results in the formation of sigma bond. ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್, ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಇಷ್ಟೇ, extent of overlapping. Axial overlapping ಅಂತಂದರೆ if these two atomic orbitals, these are the two atomic orbitals, if the overlapping takes place between their internuclear axis, or the overlapping takes place between the molecular axis, head-on overlapping of atomic orbitals takes place. Face to face overlapping of atomic orbitals ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು axial overlapping ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ axial ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗು ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ನಡುವೆ ಆಗ್ತದೋ ಆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಅನದರ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೈಡ್ ವೈಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. ಸೈಡ್ ವೈಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಸೈಡ್ ವೈಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್, ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. This is also called as a lateral overlapping, sidewise overlapping or lateral overlapping. It results in the formation of a pi bond. Pi bond ಅನ್ನು ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಇಫ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗಿ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆದರೆ, ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆದರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆದಾಗ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಯಾವುದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್. ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಫ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಈ ಥರ ಇದೆ, then the overlapping of atomic orbitals takes place like this along sideways overlap. ಈ ಥರ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಇಫ್ ದ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆದರೆ ದಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, you just consider this as one p orbital and this as another p orbital. If the overlapping takes place along the sidewise overlapping, sidewise ಈ ಥರ sidewise overlapping ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? that results in the formation of a pi bond, that is also called as lateral overlapping. lateral ಅಂದ್ರೆ sidewise overlapping ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. okay, here in case of the strength of bond, if we consider a strength of bond between these two overlaps, axial overlapping forms a stronger bond followed by sidewise bond. That is why sigma bond, the strength of sigma bond is always greater than the strength of a pi bond. Okay, here this fourth postulates explain that greater the extent of overlapping, stronger will be the covalent bond formed. Here in case of axial and sideways, which of the overlap which produces the stronger, or which of the overlap explains the greater extent of overlapping means that is axial overlapping. Here extent of overlapping is maximum, that is why formed bond is called sigma bond, and the same time the energy requirement for breaking this bond is also more, stronger is the bond formed in case of axial overlapping, followed by weaker will be the bond, that is pi bond, formed during the formation of a sidewise overlapping. Okay, then the next one, that is the fifth postulate, that is fifth postulate. Okay, according to the fifth postulate, what does it explains means? Overlapping atomic orbitals, overlapping atomic orbitals, should have same sign. Okay, this is the most important concept. Okay, overlapping atomic orbitals should have same sign. ಏನು ಹಿಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಒನ್ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಶೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದಪ್ಪ? It is always spherical. This is s orbital. What is the shape of p orbital? It is dumbbell shaped plus. It is dumbbell shaped. Dumbbell shaped irutte. This is positive. This is negative. ಇವುಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay. Here, according to this concept, Overlapping of atomic orbitals takes place only when two atomic orbitals should possess a ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನನ್ನು ಒಂದು ವೇವ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವೇವ್, ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ represents the wave nature. It is considered as a wave function in which these two atomic orbitals, if both the atomic orbitals should possess a same positive charge or negative ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ಈ ಥರ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಆಗೋದು ಈ ಕೇಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಬೋತ್ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಹಾಫ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್, followed by this p orbital also it is having single electron, but the spin of this electron is opposite to that of the s orbital electron according to the first postulate. Then here the overlapping of atomic orbitals takes place. According to this condition, if you want to make or if you want to overlap between these two atomic orbitals, both the atomic orbitals should have same sign. Then if again you can take a s orbital with a single electron followed by p orbital with charge opposite to that of this orbital. ಈ ಥರ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. Is it possible to make overlapping between these two orbitals? No, we cannot make a overlapping between these two atomic orbitals because here both are differed by the charges or both are differed by the signs. ಇವೆರಡು ಸೈನ್ಗಳಿಂದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಆಟಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಅಗೈನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಪಿ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಸ್ ಪಿ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ಥರ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಪೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈನ್, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಇದನ್ನು, ಇನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್? This is called negative overlap. Negative overlap. ಇದನ್ನು ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್, ಇಫ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ two atomic orbitals, both the atomic orbitals should possess the same sign. ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈನನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, if we take p orbitals, there are p orbitals ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. This is one p orbital and this is another p orbital. Okay, here plus minus. After the overlapping of atomic orbitals, they can give up like this. ಈ ಥರ ಬರ್ತದೆ. This is positive, negative. This is called PP overlapping ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. This is called PP overlapping because the overlapping takes place in between the two p orbitals. This is P. px ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, px. This is one p orbital, this is another p orbital, both are having same sign, then they are eligible to make a bond formation. In such cases pp overlapping takes place, and this overlapping is called positive overlapping. ಈ ಥರ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಇನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ in phase overlapping. Suppose the same px orbitals which consists opposite signs, one is having positive negative like this, another should possess like this, then the resulting overlap ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, that becomes negative overlapping, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್. ಯಾಕೆ? ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್, ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗು ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಇನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ if you take p orbital, ಈ ಥರ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ p orbital, ಇದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ಒಂದು ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆದರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಪಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇರ್. The resulting overlap, if the resulting overlap is like this means, illi that means at this position in p orbital electron density is 0. Okay, this is called a nodal surface ಅಥವಾ nodal region ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, where we are finding 0 electron density at this plane. ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಜಲ್ಲಿ electron density 0 ಇರ್ತದೆ, and in p orbitals electron density is present above the plane and below the plane. ಈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ವಾ, ಇದರ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ 0. ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪನ್ನು ನಾವು 0 ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. 0 overlap. This is called a 0 overlap, or else it is also called as a out of phase overlap ಅಂತನೂ ಕರಿಬೋದು. out of phase overlap. Okay, this is also called as a out of phase overlap. Okay, is it clear this concept? According to the postulate of VBT, which explains that the atomic orbitals should have same sign. If we want to make a overlapping between the atomic orbitals, means both those atomic orbitals should have same sign ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ there is a formation of a covalent bond takes place, and resulting overlapping is called positive overlapping. If both the atomic orbitals are having different spins or different sign ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the resulting overlapping will be negative overlapping, or else it is also called as out of phase overlap. Okay, next we will move on to the one more postulate. According to this, overlapping atomic orbitals should have same orientation, or proper orientation ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರಿಬೋದು. ಏನು ಹಿಂಗಂದರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? Okay, suppose if you can take one p orbital ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, this is the shape of a p orbital. This is px ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. px followed by this is the shape of py atomic orbital followed by this is pz atomic orbital. Okay, the orientation of px orbital is like this. The orientation of py atomic orbital is like this, followed by orientation of pz atomic orbital is like this. All these three atomic orbitals present in the p orbital. p orbital alli ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಈ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ p orbitals. How many orbitals are there in p? There are three orbitals. First one is px, py followed by pz. The orientation of this px is like this. The orientation of this py is like this, followed by the orientation of pz atomic orbital should like this. ಈ ಥರ ಅವುಗಳ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Suppose if this px which overlaps with this py, both are having different orientation, alva? Orientation of these two p atomic orbital is different. This px atomic orbitals should have possibility to combine with or to overlap with one more px atomic orbitals, because that px atomic orbitals have equal orientation to that of this px. ಎರಡು ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸು ಸೇಮ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವುಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್, if they are overlapped, then they results in the formation of negative overlapping or out of phase overlap ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. Suppose if we want to make a covalent bond between py and pz, ಇವೆರಡರ ನಡುವೆ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ? ಅಗೈನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್. ಈ ಪಿ ವೈ ನಡುವೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಅಗೈನ್ ವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಿ ವೈ ಆರ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಿ ವೈ ವಿತ್ ಅನದರ್ ಪಿ ವೈ. ಅಂದರೆ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸೇಮ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್. ಪಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಎರಡೂ ಅದೇ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಪಿ ವೈ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಎನದರ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಪಿ ವೈದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಪಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಎನದರ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ ಪಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. Okay, this thing you must remember in order to form a covalent bond or in order to bring a overlap between the atomic orbitals, we must follow this condition also. The overlapping atomic orbitals should have same orientation. They must possess the same orientation. Otherwise, they can exhibit the properties of out of phase ಅಥವಾ negative overlapping ಅನ್ನು exhibit ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, that means overlapping of atomic orbitals should have same orientation. If px atomic orbital ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ವಿತ್ ಅನದರ್ ಪಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್. ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಪಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್, ಇನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್. If suppose px plus ಪಿ ವೈ ಎರಡೂ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್. Both the atomic orbitals are having different orientation even though they possess same signs. Same signಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ if their orientation is different then there is no possibility of making the bonds. Okay, same sign ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸೇಮ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್, ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ postulates of valence bond theory. Okay, this valence bond theory, it is entirely based upon the overlapping of atomic orbitals. Okay, this whole postulates of VBT which explains regarding the concept of overlapping, extent of overlapping and nature of overlapping, and in which of the atomic orbitals the overlapping can take place. Okay, in this by looking into the postulates of VBT, we must remember some of the concepts. That the very first concept is atomic orbital. In order to make a valence bond theory, atomic orbitals should have opposite spins. Second one, atomic orbitals should exist with a single electron. That means overlapping takes place between two atomic orbitals with a single electron, and those single electrons having opposite spins, and those atomic orbitals should have same sign. ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಪಿನ್, ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್, ಅನ್ಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ followed by overlapping capacity. These are the four terms you just remember in this valence bond theory. Okay, next, what are the types of overlapping? ಎಷ್ಟು ಥರ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? There are three types of overlapping. There are three types of overlapping are there. First one is SS overlapping, second one is SP overlapping, and the third one is PP overlapping. Okay, we will move on to the next concept, that is types of overlapping. Types of overlapping. Okay, there are three types of overlapping. SS overlapping, followed by SP overlapping, followed by PP overlapping, These are the three important types of overlapping. Okay, we just discuss them one by one. The very first one, it is SS overlapping. First one, SS overlapping. Which includes formation of sigma bond or SS sigma bond formation takes place here. Okay, how this SS overlapping takes place? This takes place by the overlapping of two atomic orbitals. This is one s atomic orbital, this is another s orbital, this is another s orbital. Both should possess ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, electrons with opposite spin ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು. ಆಗೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, there is a formation of overlapping SS. ನೋಡಿ, this SS overlapping is formed by the when half filled s orbital, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ s orbital half filled ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. another s orbital ಕೂಡ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. when half filled s orbital of one atom which combines with or which overlaps with half filled atomic orbital of another hydrogen atom, another atom, half filled s orbital of one atom which overlaps with half filled atomic orbital of another atom which results in the overlap or which combines along their molecular axis. ನಾನು ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಯಾವ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸು ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತವೋ ಅವು ಯಾವ ಬಾಂಡನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ದೇ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್. Here also the same thing is formed here. It results in the formation of SS sigma bond. SS sigma bond. Okay, we can explain this concept by taking a suitable example, that is formation of H2 molecule. First one, formation of H2 molecule. Okay, you just consider hydrogen atom. Atomic number is 1. It is having 1s1 configuration. If you consider the atomic structure, it is having single electron. Here we need to have one more hydrogen. It is also having same 1s1 configuration. In the atomic orbital, it is also having same 1 electron. Here these two atomic orbitals, now they are ready now. Both are half filled in nature. Both are having opposite spins. ಇದು one spin ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ, ಇದು another spin ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. Now both the atomic orbitals are ready to involve in a overlapping. Right, next you just take like this. This is 1s atomic orbital of hydrogen atom which contains a single electron which overlaps with 1s atomic orbital of another hydrogen atom. This is one hydrogen atom na which consists of single electron na. ಯಾಕೆ ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಇದನ್ನ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಶೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ is a spherical in nature. That is why we can represent them with a spherical shape. Okay, this is first s orbital with unpaired electron. This is another s orbital of another hydrogen atom with unpaired electron with opposite spin. Then there is overlapping of atomic orbitals takes place along their molecular axis. ಇವುಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್. ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 1s ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆರ್ H ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ ಥರ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತಿದು? This bond is formed by the overlapping of half filled atomic orbital or half filled s atomic orbital of one hydrogen atom which overlaps with half filled atomic orbital of another hydrogen which overlaps along their molecular axis or internuclear axis, or axial overlapping takes place between these two, resulting in the formation of 1s sigma bond. Okay, or else it is called as hydrogen sigma bond formation will takes place. This is how the formation of a sigma bond can takes place. How it is going to be formed? If we consider these two or atomic orbitals, means if both are overlapped along their internuclear axis ಅಥವಾ axial overlapping, ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆದರೆ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆನಪ್ಪ, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ sp overlapping. Okay, the overlapping which includes one half filled s orbital followed by one half filled p orbital. Okay, the next type of overlapping is sp overlapping, which explains about the formation of sp sigma bond, which explains about the formation of a sp sigma bond, how it is going to be formed. Okay, what is the shape of s orbital? You just take one s orbital, right, followed by, you can take one more p orbital, both should have same sign according to the postulate of VBT. This is p orbital and s orbital. ಇವುಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ s and p orbitals, which contains one electron, this contains another electron, both are undergoes axial overlapping, results in the formation of sp sigma bond formation ಆಗ್ತದೆ. This results in the formation of sp sigma bond. sp sigma bond ಯಾಕೆ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು? Here this type of overlapping which includes the overlapping between one half filled s orbital followed by one half filled p orbital. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವು ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹಾಫ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಹಾಫ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಪಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವು ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬೈಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಆನ್ overlapping means that results in the formation of sigma bond, and this sigma bond which includes the overlapping of one s orbital and one p orbital, that is why this is called sp sigma bond. Okay, this is called what? S and p sigma bond. Okay, now we will go with an example, that is formation of HF molecule. Example, formation of HF molecule. Formation of HF molecule. Now we have two atoms here. One is hydrogen, atomic number is 1, it is having the configuration 1s1, right? What is its orbital diagram or orbital structure? It is having single electron in its 1s atomic orbital. Otherwise, another atom we have fluorine. It is having it is having electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2 followed by 2p5. If you write their orbital structure, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, 1s2, 2s2, this is 1s na, this is 2s. 1s consists of how many electrons? 2 electrons here. Another 2s which consists of 2 electrons. 2px it is, 2py followed by 2pz atomic orbital. Okay, first we have to fill all the atomic orbitals with a single electron, single, followed by bonding. 3 electrons already filled. How many electrons we left here? We left with 2 electrons. Again pairing takes place according to the Hund's rule. Okay, next here this atomic orbital, and these two atomic orbitals up to 2py atomic orbitals all are completely filled. Okay, but what is our required condition to make overlapping? Okay, overlap ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ the atomic orbitals should be ಹಾಫ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ಲೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಇರೋ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ the only atomic orbital which is ready to involved in overlapping is 2pz atomic orbital. 2pz atomic orbital, because this atomic orbital is having a unpaired electron, followed by this should possess what? What? Both the atomic orbitals should differ by the spins, na? This is having this spin, either it is positive or negative spin. Opposite to this 2pz have a respected spin. Okay, here both the atomic orbitals are ready now. One, it is a 1s atomic orbital, and in fluorine 2pz atomic orbital. Then 2py and 2pz orbitals, which do not take part in a bond formation or overlapping, because both the atomic orbitals are already completely filled with their capacity. ಅವುಗಳ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಅವು ಫಿಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ which do not take part in a bond formation, but 2pz atomic orbital is exist as half filled atomic orbitals with the opposite spin. That is why this atomic orbital is ready to involve in a overlapping with the 1s atomic orbital. Now, what is the shape of this orbital? Yes, this is spherical in nature, which consists of how many electrons? Which consists of 1 electron. This is having 1s1, right? Followed by, what is the shape of this 2pz orbital? 2pz orbital having this orientation. ಈ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ their molecular axis. Okay, along their molecular axis, that results in the formation of sp sigma bond. sp sigma bond, or else this is hydrogen, this is fluorine, this is hydrogen, this is fluorine. We can call that bond as hydrogen fluoride sigma bond. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇದು ಬಾಂಡ್? ಬೈ ದ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ 1/2 ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ವಿತ್ 1/2 ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಎಫ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಫ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ? 2p ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್, 2pz ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಬೈ ದ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ these 2pz and 1s atomic orbital along their molecular axis or along their internuclear axis, that results in the formation of sp sigma bond, and the resulting bond will be hf sigma bond. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಜೊತೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್. ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಎನಿ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ that overlapping is always results in the formation of sigma bond. ಯಾವ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಗಳು ಸ್ಪೆರಿಕಲ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಇರೋ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಜೊತೆ ಆಗ್ತವೋ ಅವು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡನ್ನು ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? Next, we will move on to the next type of overlapping, that is formation of, or yes, it is pp overlapping. It is pp overlapping. Here the formation of pp sigma bond and pp pi bond takes place. pp pi bond. Okay, this is also one of the most important nature of overlapping, important type of overlapping it is, which includes 2p orbitals. 2 half filled atomic orbitals are required to cause pp overlapping. Okay, if both the p atomic orbitals exist like this, both the p atomic orbitals, this is one p orbital, this is another p atomic orbital, ಎರಡು ಈ ಥರ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ pz ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ pz, ಎರಡು ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಈ ಥರ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆಗೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್, This should have also single electron, ಅಂದರೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಫ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ದು ಎರಡೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಗಳು ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಥರ ಇರೋ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ನಡುವೆ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, here there is a head-on collision. Head-on collision between or head-on overlapping between these two atomic orbitals. Face-to-face overlapping or axial overlapping between the atomic orbitals takes place, results in the formation of a pp sigma bond. pp sigma bond. Why it is resulted pp sigma bond? Because which includes the overlapping of two p atomic orbitals. ಎರಡು p atomic orbitals along the molecular axis overlap ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ overlap ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು pp sigma bond ಅಥವಾ pp overlap ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. Okay, next, suppose if both the p orbitals are exist like this. Both the p orbitals exist like this ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಥರ ಇದೆ. This is px and this is px. Positive, positive, negative, negative. ಈ ಥರ ಇದೆ. Both are exist in the same orientation. Both exist with the same sign. Then what happens in such cases? In such cases, instead of molecular axis overlapping, instead of axial overlapping, that results in the formation of lateral overlapping of atomic orbitals. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಥರ lateral overlapping ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Instead of if the orientation of p orbital is like this, ಈ ಥರ ಇದ್ದರೆ that results in the formation of pp sigma bond. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸಲ್ಲಿ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಪಿ ಪಿ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ this type of overlapping takes place along lateral manner ಅಥವಾ along the sideways overlapping anta karitivi. It is called sideways overlapping or lateral overlapping between these two p orbitals. But this type of lateral overlapping which does not results in case of s and p, s and s ನಡುವೆ lateral overlapping ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. s and p orbitals ನಡುವೆ lateral overlapping ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. It takes place only between two p orbitals. ಅವು ಕೂಡ lateral overlapping ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅವುಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪಿ ಪಿ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪಿ ಪಿ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಪಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದಪ್ಪ, ಪಿ ಪಿ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಬೈ ದಿ lateral overlapping of atomic orbitals and not by the axial overlapping of atomic orbitals. Here both are p orbitals but their orientation is different. Based upon their orientation, nature of bonding is also different. Here these two p orbitals are existed like this. Then the possibility of forming a covalent bond which is sigma bond means the possibility of sigma bond is more in case of here. If the same p orbitals are aligned like this, both are in this direction or this orientation, in such cases instead of a formation of a sigma bond, probability of forming this pi electron dominates. Okay, in such cases that results in the formation of a sidewise overlapping or which results in the formation of a lateral overlapping of atomic orbitals takes place that leads to the generation of a pi bond. Okay, that leads to the generation of which bond it is? It is pi bond. Okay, next you just take one example for this pp pi bond and this pp sigma bond. The first one it is pp sigma bond. How it is formed? pp sigma bond is formed by the overlapping of two half filled p atomic orbitals. Two half filled p atomic orbitals. Okay, example for pp sigma bond is it is pp sigma bond. Okay, example for here, formation of Cl2 molecule, formation of Cl2 molecule. It is an example for pp sigma bond. Here you just consider chlorine atom. Atomic number of chlorine is 17. It is having the configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. It is having 7 electrons in its valence shell. I just consider these two orbitals, that means 3s and 3p atomic orbitals. In 3s atomic orbitals it is having 2 electrons. In 3p atomic orbitals it is having 5 electrons. It is having 5 electrons. This is 3px, 3py followed by 3pz atomic orbitals. Okay na? In such cases, which is the atomic orbital in this 3p atomic orbital is eligible to involved in overlapping? Yavadu andre 3pz, because other 3py and 3px are completely filled here. Completely filled atomic orbitals do not take part in covalent bond formation according to the postulates of VBT. Right, here we left with only 3pz atomic orbitals. It is having single electron. Okay, and this electron or this 3pz atomic orbital is eligible to involve in a covalent bond formation. Okay, now it is regarding the one chlorine atom. We have another chlorine atom here, Cl2 it is. The nature of another Cl atom is also same. It is also having 3s, 3p. In 3s it is also having 2 electrons. In 3p atomic orbitals it is also having 5 electrons. At the same time, the one electron or unpaired electron is left in 3pz atomic orbital, not in 3pyx or 3py. 3px allu illa, 3py allu illa, but 3pz alli one atomic orbital ide, adu covalent bond formation alli involve agalikke ready ide. That means by considering the formation of a Cl2 molecule, the only atomic orbitals involved in overlapping are these 3pz and 3pz atomic orbitals. Okay, what is the orientation of that pz atomic orbital? It is like this na. This is one 3pz, or else you can consider it as pz atomic orbital. Okay, pz atomic orbital, it is having a positive charge. This represents the electrons. This is positive charge because of its positive sign. Okay, followed by another Cl atom also having positive charge. This is 3pz na, this is pz. Pz, it is related to this Cl atom. This pz atomic orbital is represented by, or it belongs to this Cl atom. Here now there is overlapping along axial overlapping or overlapping along their internuclear axis takes place between pz atomic orbital of one Cl atom with pz atomic orbital of another Cl atom. That results in the formation of a sigma bond. Okay, axial overlapping ಆದಮೇಲೆ sigma bond formation ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು pz sigma bond ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. This is called a pz sigma bond. How it is formed? By the overlapping of half filled atomic orbitals of ಯಾವ half filled atomic orbitals of 2 Cl atoms. Okay, pz sigma bond is formed by the overlapping of half filled p orbital of both the Cl atoms, half filled p orbital, half filled p orbital of both the Cl atoms undergoes overlapping along their molecular axis, that results in the formation of pz sigma bond. Okay, this is an example for pp sigma bond. This is how in between any two p orbitals sigma bond generation takes place. Okay, then the next one, it is formation of pp pi bond. Next one, it is formation of a pp pi bond. It is formation of pp pi bond. For example, formation of O2 molecule, oxygen molecule you can take, formation of O2 molecule. Okay, first pp orbital. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಆಗ್ತದೆ pp orbital ಅಂದ್ರೆ, first we have to consider one oxygen atom. It is having atomic number 8. It is having the configuration of 1s2, 2s2 followed by 2p4. If you consider the orbital diagram, 1s2, 2s2 followed by 2p3. This is 1s, which consists of 2 electrons. This is 2s atomic orbital, which consists of another 2 electrons, followed by 2px, 2py, 2pz. This is p atomic orbital, which is having 4 electrons. First we have to fill this atomic orbital with a single electron. After that we left with one more electron. I just added this into this atomic orbital according to Hund's rule and Hofbauer's principle. Here this 2px atomic orbital is unavailable to involved in overlapping because it is already filled. The only available atomic orbitals to involved in this pi bond are 2py and 2pz. These two atomic orbitals are ready. Okay, in addition to that we have one more oxygen atom here, that is also having same orbital diagram, 2s, 2px, 2py and 2pz. This is 2s, which consists of 2 electrons, 2px. Here also 2px and 2px. Both the oxygen atoms, in both the oxygen atoms, both the 2px atomic orbitals are not ready to involved in a covalent bond formation because they are already filled. But the only remaining orbitals are 2py and 2pz orbitals in both the oxygen atoms, and they are ready to involved in overlapping because they can satisfy all the possible conditions. You just observe it. Both the atomic orbitals are having single electron, followed by both the atomic orbitals having opposite spin. That means the necessary conditions to involved in a bond formations are satisfied. Now, in between 2pz and 2pz of both the oxygen atom, in between the 2pz atomic orbitals of both the oxygen atoms, I just consider like this. This is 2pz of one oxygen atom, followed by 2pz of another oxygen atom. ಇವೆರಡರ ನಡುವೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ, ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಪಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಿ ಪಿ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಪಿ ಪಿ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ overlapping of half filled atomic orbitals along molecular axis. Molecular axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ overlapping ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಪಿ ಪಿ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಪಿ ಪಿ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ followed by we left with 2py. Okay, the orientation of a py atomic orbital is perpendicular to pz atomic orbitals na? As I already explained, the orientation of px, py and pz. Pz is like this atomic orbital, and py atomic orbital exists perpendicular to the pz. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಓರಿಯಂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಿ ವೈ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ and like this. Okay, this is py to py it is, this is also to py. Okay, ಇವೆರಡರ ನಡುವೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ವೈಸ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, side wise overlapping. Is it understood? In between, first we have to form a sigma bond between 2pz and 2pz of both the oxygen atom, followed by we left with 2py and 2py. Okay, the orientation of this 2py and 2py, okay, any py orbital is perpendicular to pz atomic orbital. pz atomic orbital ge perpendicular direction alli py irtade. That is why both the oxygen atom, this is oxygen atom and this is oxygen atom, both the oxygen atoms should possess a py atomic orbitals. In between those two py atomic orbitals, lateral overlapping takes place. Lateral overlapping takes place that results in the formation of a pi bond. pi bond generation takes place. Okay, ಇವೆರಡರ ನಡುವೆ pi bond formation ಆಯಿತು. Okay, first bond formed between any atoms is a sigma bond and the second bond formed here is a pi bond. Okay, is it understood? The formation of oxygen molecule. Okay, next you just take it as note. In between any two atoms, first bond formed is always a sigma bond. Okay, in between any two atoms you can take any atoms, the first bond is formed is always a sigma bond ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ, sigma bond. Okay, in between any two atoms only one bond ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ that is always a sigma bond. Okay, first one, if the atoms should have two bonds ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ in which the first bond is a sigma bond and the second bond is a pi bond. Okay, in between both the atoms if there are two bonds are present, ಎರಡು ಬಾಂಡ್ಗಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಯಾವುದಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, that is always a sigma bond and the second bond will be a pi bond. Okay, next the third one, in case of any two atoms if three bonds are present, ಮೂರು ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, if there are three bonds are present, first bond will always be the sigma bond, second bond is a pi bond, at the same time third bond is also a pi bond. Okay, in between any two atoms only one sigma bond formation is possible, there are no two sigma bonds. Okay, in between any two atoms we can form only one sigma bond, but we can form more than one pi bond, up to two pi bonds we can form in between any two atoms. Okay, in this between these two atoms three bonds are there in which first bond is a sigma bond and these two bonds are pi bonds. These two bonds are called pi bonds. Okay, in this way we can learn about the concept of covalent bonding in order to satisfy the limitations of Cosell and Lewis concept. The concept of VBT has introduced. In this we had gone through the different postulates of VBT. By using that we can know about the nature of overlapping. There we can learn about the nature of SS overlapping, SP overlapping followed by PP overlapping. After that we look into the concepts of sigma bond and pi bond concepts. Okay, in the next class we will have a continued session regarding this valence bond theory. Okay, thank you.